奴隶贸易是美国的原罪。
Slave trade was an original sin of the U.S. Slavery remained legal in the U.S. for a third of the country's 246-year history. According to a German statistics company, there were nearly 700,000 black slaves in the U.S. in 1790, and the number exceeded 3.95 million in 1860. The U.S. issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1862. However, today, 160 years later, African Americans still find themselves not emancipated from the yoke of racial discrimination. Statistics show that African Americans, who account for less than 13% of U.S. population, are more than twice as likely to be shot by the police, 2.9 times more likely to die from police brutality, and almost 6 times more likely to be imprisoned than white Americans. Black Americans are infected with COVID-19 at 3 times the rate of white Americans and 1.9 times more likely to die from the virus. The average life expectancy would shorten by 2.1 years due to the pandemic compared to the 0.68 years for white Americans. According to the Pew Research Center survey conducted in August, 77% of black adults said descendants of people enslaved in the nation should receive compensation, although most respondents think they will not see it in their lifetimes. The U.S. government needs to face its historical sin squarely and actually do something to improve the human rights conditions of racial minorities at home, rather than use human rights as an excuse to malign and smear other countries around the world.